think this will. I'm currently in an abandoned location. We think we found remains.
Kyle and his brother headed out on what they thought would be a normal weekend adventure, making the 2-hour trip to explore an abandoned place known as Banana Joe's in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. The building had a long history, first serving as a train station before later becoming a nightclub, but years of abandonment had left it in terrible shape. Once inside, the excitement of exploring quickly disappeared as they found themselves surrounded by crumbling floors, weakened support beams, and rooms that looked ready to collapse at any moment. The deeper they went, the more unsettling the place felt, and what began as a fun exploration soon turned into a sense of dread. Then, near the old bar area at the back of the building, they stumbled upon a shocking and disturbing discovery.
What? Hanging dead in there, yo. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't film that. Dude, get out of here. Yo, we gotta notify them.
Near the rear of the building, the brothers came across something they never expected to see. Looking up, they realized a person was suspended from the structure above, and the reality of the situation hit them instantly. The excitement of exploring vanished, replaced by shock and disbelief. Knowing this was far beyond anything they could handle, they immediately got out of the building and contacted emergency responders. Soon after, authorities arrived to secure the area and begin their investigation. Although few details about the case ever surfaced, the experience left a lasting impact on both brothers. What was supposed to be a routine visit to a forgotten location ended as a chilling reminder that some abandoned places are connected to tragedies far more recent and heartbreaking than anyone realizes. A group of urban explorers stepped into what looked like a typical abandoned building, expecting the usual emptiness, decay, and silence. Almost right away, though, something didn't feel right. As they went deeper inside, they noticed dark marks spread across the floor in a way that didn't seem natural or random. While they continued filming and moved in for a closer look, it became harder to dismiss what they were actually seeing.
That's an actual bullet. That's an actual bullet. See the bullet on the ground over there? It's still wet. Looks like there's some red slime down there. I don't know about you, but that looks like it might be the culprit. Might be.
The atmosphere changed immediately, and the group became far more cautious, unsure if what they were seeing was staged or something much worse. They didn't stick around. Deciding it wasn't worth the risk, they left the building without knowing if a dangerous person might still be inside. As they walked away, one question kept lingering. What really happened there? Ali Law is a British YouTuber known for urban exploratio YouTube top climbs and stunt-style content. Over the years, he has been detained and arrested several times, mostly linked to his trespassing focused explorations. Yet he has continued producing similar videos. His content often pushes limits, and this particular video was no different, where he and his friends entered an abandoned military base. What they didn't realize at the time was that the place wasn't as empty as it first appeared.
Yeah. You're good, you're good. Thanks, man. I like this.
It's a bunker, yeah.
You wanna go in?
Yeah.
Can you get?
They moved quietly through the area, unsure if anyone else was around, but trying to stay cautious. Soon after, they paused in the middle of the road when they believed they had spotted a few dogs ahead of them.
You hear dogs?
Yeah, there was a dog.
They continued walking and eventually came across a plane, which immediately caught their attention and made them want to explore it. They went inside, looked around, and then moved on to another open area where a second aircraft stood, and they stopped there to take photos. However, something nearby stood out to them, a building that looked newer than everything else around it. Even though it felt a bit suspicious, they decided to keep going anyway. That's when the situation suddenly changed.
That's not good.
Sirens suddenly went off right beside them, and it became clear it was military police trying to catch them off guard. Panic set in as everyone scattered and ran in different directions. One of them stood out badly in a bright red t-shirt, something they quickly realized was a major mistake, so Ali even told him to take it off to avoid being spotted so easily. They kept running until they reached a wheat field and hid there, waiting for things to settle down. But then Ali said something that made the whole situation feel even more disturbing.
Guys, Alec just said, like, I don't know what would happen if we get caught. He doesn't want to know. But on the main gate, there's a sign that says, what does it say? You will without warning. So when I was running, I was literally just waiting for behind me. I've never ran so fast in my life. I just sprinted full speed straight through. Stay to my legs.
A sign nearby read, without warning, which added a chilling layer to the situation. One of his friends had even chosen to wear a bright red t-shirt that day, making him an easy target in such an exposed place. Joking aside, the moment felt genuinely serious. It's likely the warning sign dates back to when the base was still active, though there's no real way to be certain. Either way, it highlighted how risky the area was. Military-related sites can still be active or monitored, even when they appear deserted, often with security still present. In this case, it seemed the response was more intense than expected. Thankfully, everyone managed to escape without injury, even though Ali later faced arrest connected to the incident. The video itself was even re-uploaded after being removed following those events, reinforcing just how dangerous these kinds of explorations can be. Rome decided to attempt another risky exploration, heading into a long-abandoned hospital tucked away in Los Angeles. The situation already felt intense, and it became even more concerning knowing he went inside completely alone during the night.
All right, you're going in. Wish me luck. Todo bien. Ven acá, ven acá.
As night fully surrounded the area, he carefully entered the building, relying only on a flashlight and carrying a weapon for safety. Almost right away, a strong sense of unease set in. The hospital's long, dark hallways seemed to stretch on without end, and strange sounds echoed from somewhere deeper inside. At first, Rome hesitated to go any further, feeling certain that someone else was already there. After waiting a few minutes to steady himself, he eventually moved further into the hospital, but the uneasy feeling only grew stronger. Evidence that people had been squatting there was visible throughout the building, and the unexplained sounds continued without stopping. Sensing that the risk was too high, Rome chose to head back and leave. However, the real threat was still waiting for him outside.
Yeah, tell your hood to come on. I'm ready right now.
What's up, Rock? What's up, fool?
What you gonna do with
What's
that? I need to come in. What you gonna do with that? You wanna get laid out? I'll lay your out right now. I'll lay your you swing that. I'll lay your out right now.
Go, go.
Out right now.
Feel me there?
You better get the back. You better get the back right now.
Hey, there's a camera right there.
I don't give.
Oh,
You.
oh, they got you, mother. So, hey, I'll be proud. This is West Side Rock Street. And get the in the camera.
I'll be back.
Hey,
I'll be back. You letting me in. I'll be back.
I'm here. I'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be back.
here.
You better be inside. There's no cameras.
Why? Hey, the camera say,
Camera.
it says something.
A man suddenly came toward him, holding a large metal pole, acting aggressively and issuing threats. The situation escalated fast as he shouted and closed the distance, forcing Rome into a tense standoff. Moments later, the recording cuts out, leaving behind a stark reminder that abandoned places are rarely truly empty, and you can never be certain who might be staying inside. A small group set out to explore an abandoned pub in the UK. What started as a quiet exploration quickly shifted once it became clear they weren't alone inside. The video shows them carefully moving through the building, going room to room while staying away from the windows to avoid being seen from outside.
Right, so this is this is downstairs. I want to get a torch down there. Alright, so. Oh shit. Oh, I'm like fully in the open right now. Did you see? No, I haven't got seen. Yo, what's this guy doing?
Oh, you need to look out so you get seen guys.
Oh yeah.
Still up.
Go up there.
The atmosphere was already tense, with old wooden floors making every step echo loudly through the pub. At times, it became difficult to tell whether the sounds were just their own movements or something else moving nearby. In one of the rooms, they then found clear evidence that someone had been staying there, which immediately increased the sense of risk.
Bandit. No. Boy, come back. You fine?
Look for it.
Open that door. There's just a sofa in there.
Wait, nah, someone's been living there.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, it smells like actual people in it, to be fair. There's a coat. There's a coat.
That's just someone's coat there.
There's that's just someone's coat.
Deciding it was time to leave, the group started heading downstairs and retraced their steps toward the exit. But then, what they had been worried about finally happened.
people.
If I ever see you around there again, I will back to you.
I'll take that. You know.
Suddenly, voices rang out inside the building, confirming they had been spotted. Shouts followed right after, telling them to get out while also sounding threatening. The group quickly made a break for it and got out just in time, avoiding being caught. Esme from the channel Obsolete Voids is a YouTuber exploring abandoned buildings on YouTube. With a library of over 500 videos from different locations, her content mainly highlights the history of these places rather than anything paranormal. In this video, she planned to explore a location that turned out to be much larger than expected, Jackson's Metro Center Mall. Back in the 1980s and early 1990s, it was one of the biggest and most popular malls in Mississippi, but its popularity declined in the late 1990s until it was eventually closed and left abandoned in 2018. Esme and her friends were excited to explore it, but during the visit, they unexpectedly came across something quite unsettling. Still, it also turned out to be one of those situations where T.I. Ming played a key role.
Guys, I just found an old cell phone store. Look, these are all the displays that the cell phones would be on. And the alarm would go off if you tugged on it a little too hard. Oh, AT&T. Wow, look at that. iPhone 4S. That's crazy. This was my first iPhone ever. I had that phone for so long. That was the best phone right there. Check the food court out?
Let's start strong, come on.
Yes, let's start.
The place still had old phone displays from years ago, even showing outdated models like the iPhone 4 as part of its exhibits. There was also an old-style Taco Bell setup that made the whole place feel like it had been frozen in time. As Esme and her friends continued exploring for a couple of hours, the experience felt surreal. Just as they were getting ready to leave, they suddenly heard something that would lead into a much more unsettling moment.
Guys, Josh just said that there is a dog in there.
Bro, it's a real dog though. Like not a stuffed animal dog. It scared me so bad my heart hurt for a second. Because at first it just dropped. I didn't see it and I shined the light at it.
Okay.
Where? It's in there. Like the dog is in the escalator.
In the escalator.
It might freak you out though.
In the hole?
Yeah, it's in the hole. No.
Dude, I think he's messing with us.
No, I swear.
Can it get up?
I don't know if it's stuck or not. That was one of the things I had in my head.
It's a puppy. He's a little puppy. He's so scared. I think he's stuck. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
He looks... He's growling at us.
Oh, poor thing.
Is he okay?
No.
Are you okay?
You want food, buddy? Oh, he's so skinny.
Yeah, he's so skinny.
Hi, baby.
Are
You need help?
You're good?
Do you want help out, puppy?
He has a collar on.
Oh, he does?
I think so.
You okay?
You think he fell in there?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if he's hurt or not.
It turned out to be a dog, extremely thin, and clearly as if it had been there too a long time. It was weak and frightened, barely able to do more than let out a quiet growl from fear of the people nearby. The group wanted to help, but they stayed cautious, unsure if it might react aggressively out of panic. The situation shifted when one of them took out a bag of peanuts and gently tossed a few toward it.
Is he in it? Oh, I think he liked it.
He's eating them, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we became friends.
Look, he has a collar on.
So
That's
someone
someone's
dropped
dog.
him. Oh my god, that dog is really skinny.
He might actually be stuck. We should put a chair down there he can jump on.
Good baby. Yes, good baby. Here. Here. Come on, baby. Yes. Good baby. You want more?
So the collar he has on him, I think what they did is they dropped the dog here and left him.
And he might have been running up this and he tripped and he fell in here.
He could have been, yeah, I don't know.
He's probably too weak to get up.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to get him out, but I'm so scared he's gonna bite us.
Oh my God.
You can tell he hadn't had water in a long time.
After giving the dog some peanuts and water, it started to calm down and seemed a little more trusting. Even so, it was still very weak and couldn't manage to get out on its own. Seeing that, the group decided to step in and try helping it leave the area themselves.
See if we can get him out. I don't think he'll bite now.
I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah.
Well, now he lets you touch him.
He's growling.
What is that?
He's letting me, I think.
Come on. Yes. Yes.
There.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yes, baby.
You okay?
Oh my God. She's so scared. We need to cover that.
Yeah, we have to cover this up.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I actually feel like we saved his life.
We need to cover that immediately.
You think he'll go back down though? We gotta get him out of here.
Yeah, we do.
The group managed to get the puppy out and gave it more water. They even sealed off the opening so that it wouldn't happen again to another animal. The dog could walk, but it was clearly weak after being trapped for an unknown amount of time. Eventually, they left the building with the puppy and bought food to help it recover. It turned into a genuinely heartwarming moment, seeing it being cared for after such a rough situation. Based on the collar, it seemed likely the dog had been wandering near the mall, accidentally ended up stuck, and couldn't escape. The timing of the group's arrival may have been what saved it, since it looked like it wouldn't have lasted much longer on its own. Adam Mark runs a channel focused on exploring forgotten places, parts of the world on YouTube, and the history tied to them. He often visits locations that are said to be haunted, usually coming away with nothing more than an eerie atmosphere and a strange feeling. However, in this video, something happened that genuinely caught both him and his partner off guard. They chose to explore the abandoned Branagar hospital. They started making their way through the hallways. Abandoned hospitals always carry a heavy, unsettling feel, likely because of the history tied to them and the amount of suffering that may have taken place within those walls.
Your waiting rooms. Whoa.
I'm here for the chaos.
You're here for the chaos. Did you hear that on the glass?
Yeah, I did. I was just about to say, did you do that what you wanted to do?
You want to wait there? Let's hold that door maybe. Really tapping on the glass. Saw that, yeah?
Did the door close?
Yep. It tried to shut me in there. You crying?
No. I want to though.
How crazy is that? Because it literally said, go left. And I went down there. And then it tried to shut me in the room.
Did you see anything?
No, I just heard the door. Children are playing.
Talking about the door closing, it's hard to say for sure whether it was something paranormal or not. There are mixed possibilities, and nothing can be confirmed. The reactions in the moment appear genuine, which makes it difficult to dismiss outright. It could have been something natural like wind, an animal moving around, or even a person hiding behind the door. The decision was made to stay longer since the focus of the channel is paranormal exploration, so leaving immediately didn't really fit the purpose of the visit. Some equipment was also used to check for activity, although not everything was shown in detail. In the end, it remains open to interpretation whether it was something explainable or something more unusual. This disturbing video comes from the YouTube channel Forgotten Baltics, where a solo explorer entered expecting just another standard abandoned site visit. What he ended up encountering inside turned into one of the most unsettling experiences of his explorations.
And only the one apartment remained untouched, with all things, furniture. Oh, looks like I need to go one more floor up. Is here everybody? Wow. It's quite well preserved apartment. I guess someone is coming here quite often. Oh, some beer, vodka, and whiskey.
After discovering an abandoned apartment block, he carefully entered the structure, aware that places like this are often used by squatters or tied to risky activity. Moving from room to room, the atmosphere quickly felt off, with a strong lingering odor and obvious signs that others had been there not long ago. As he went further inside, things grew increasingly uncomfortable. Eventually, he headed down to the basement, and that's where the situation took a dramatic turn.
Oh. Look at these holes in the floor. They are quite deep. So somebody was searching something? Or why are they here? It's very strange. I think if you fell in such hole, you can break a leg. Oh, what? Well, I am not a doctor, but looks like bones. What? These bones are too big for animals. This is also, I guess, a part of human's body. A broken one. What are they doing here? Maybe a body was found here. And here are the bones. I don't know really. Look here, a few more of them. It's very weird.
Multiple remains were found scattered across the basement, arranged in a way that made the discovery even more disturbing. The site immediately caused shock, with the bones appearing too large to be from animals, and strange holes in the floor adding to the sense of danger. Realizing it was no longer safe to stay, the decision was made to leave. The footage cuts as the way back through the building is retraced, and it remains unknown whether the discovery was reported. Rome went back to a location tied to one of his most intense exploration experiences. The earlier visit to an abandoned hospital had ended after an unexpected encounter with a stranger inside, and the memory of it had stayed with him. Looking for answers and trying to face that lingering fear, a decision was made to return. This time, the visit happened during daylight, in hopes it would feel less intimidating. Even so, the building still carried the same unsettling atmosphere.
I figured what better time than right now would be a good time to stop by. Daytime. Last time I was here, I did a video on it. It was completely dark. It was late at night, completely dark, super creepy. And I said I was gonna come back, but I said this time, only this time, I'm gonna come back in the daytime. So now it's day, completely random. Hopefully no one's expecting me. This building is so heavily guarded, guys. When I say heavily guarded, I don't mean by police or security personnel. It's heavily guarded by tweakers that live in this building. I told them I'd be back. And I'm back, guys. We only have a few minutes. Let's check this place out.
As he moved through the long corridors, the atmosphere grew heavier, with each empty hallway bringing back memories of the earlier encounter. After multiple previous visits to the hospital, there was already awareness that people sometimes stayed inside, as buildings like this often attract squatters. It didn't take long before that concern turned into something real.
I need to be really careful. Last time I came here, it was late at night. What's going on, partner? You good?
Yeah.
All right. Just looking around.
Oh, okay. No problem.
All right.
Everything is good?
Oh yeah, everything good.
Okay.
Just looking around and I'm gone.
You will work for the city or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
I check out the building, but you okay?
It's okay. Yeah, I'm sleeping here.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it at all. Okay, you're good. All right, partner. Have a good day. Oh, elevator. That stuff all in there. The elevator don't work anymore?
I don't know. I'm gonna check.
Okay, all right, no worries. Have a good day. Guys, what the? Oh my gosh, you see that? I was just saying how there's people here. Turn the corner, there's just some creepy guy just sitting all in the dark. Oh my gosh. Guys, I finally did it. I finally explored this building.
As he moved carefully toward the lower floors, a person was spotted sitting further down the corridor. The atmosphere immediately shifted, with tension rising in an instant. Rome quickly tried to de-escalate the situation, explaining he was only there to explore while keeping a safe distance. Even so, the encounter was enough on its own. Knowing someone else was inside and uncertain of their intentions, the decision was made to leave, recognizing that the location had already been pushed far enough and wasn't worth staying in any longer. In 2024, urban explorer Dave ventured into a long-abandoned section of a hospital that had been closed for almost 9 years. Years of neglect had left the building in poor condition, with clear signs of decay throughout the structure. However, what made the visit truly unsettling was not the condition of the building itself. Even though the hospital had shut its doors in 2015, many traces of its final days were still scattered inside, creating the eerie impression that parts of the facility had been frozen in time.
Oh, there's a decomposing brain on the side. Oh, it's so creepy down there. Microscopic. Obviously for looking in more in detail into stuff. I'm just shocked there's so much stuff here and brain literally left on the side decomposing. What has been going on in here? I'm still shocked. All this human DNA of so many people. Look at these. It's like a horror film, isn't it? Liquid compound for microvascular injection. Shake well before use. So I'm guessing this stuff they're injecting it to stop it rotting so much, preservative. Is that right? If I'm wrong, completely adjust me on the links below. There's an injection just left in the sink. Oh, this place is rotten. Just moving on from these tools. There's a box here, look, disc cutters. I'm here going to find this stuff at B&Q, guys. Or a hardware store. I can't believe there's an end-of-life unit here. Yes, they're up there. If you was really terminally ill and you're going to die, they'd put you in the wall there, basically ready to go straight in the fridge. I wonder what was in there. Look at crime in it. But then this has been abandoned for 9 years. I won't stay in here, mate, get all the tops. At least before it was obviously daytime to get in. We had to get in before it was before the sunrise, because the rest of the hospital was still active. Well, there's buildings just outside there that are all closed down, and obviously, if you imagine this table as a hospital, you come in here at the entrance, all this part, say, is still used, and then all this completely abandoned. Notice in this cupboard, it looks like they've put bones, like decaying bones in there. They've put something in with this liquid. It's definitely bone in there. Oh. You can see that, there's a bit of a knock of a bone there. I can't believe it's just literally all here like this. Obviously looking in this room as well, there's another here. The place has been left abandoned like this. Do you think how many heads laid on this? There's a scalpel right there, guys.
Inside the hospital, large amounts of equipment, documents, and other medical materials remained untouched, as if the facility had been abandoned without ever being fully cleared out. Rather than feeling like a typical abandoned building, the place seemed frozen in time, with evidence of its former operations still visible throughout the halls and rooms. After leaving, Dave emphasized the need to properly dispose of and sanitize any protective gear used during the exploration because of the potential health hazards inside. What disturbed him most was the discovery that sensitive records, biological materials, and other items had apparently remained in the unsecured building for years after its closure. The situation raised serious questions about how the facility had been shut down and why so much had been left behind. While no clear explanation has emerged, the footage revealed a troubling scene that suggested major oversights occurred during the hospital's final days. Elderwood Avenue in Cleveland had long been known for its troubled past, with stories of crime and violence lingering even as many of the homes were eventually abandoned. By February 2023, much of the area sat deserted, but that didn't make it any less unsettling. Curious to see the location for themselves, YouTuber Ace and his crew ventured into the neighborhood and entered one of the deteriorating houses. Outside, the streets were covered in snow, but inside, they were met with collapsing floors, damaged walls, and clear signs of years of neglect. The building looked ready to give way at any moment, forcing the group to move slowly and watch every step as they explored deeper inside.
Oh my, I just about walked right through that.
You did?
If your light wasn't on, I wouldn't have seen that.
I just said there's a big hole.
As they continued through the house, one member of the group narrowly avoided a dangerous fall when part of the floor gave way beneath him. He managed to catch himself at the last second, preventing what could have been a serious accident in such an isolated and unstable location. Despite the close call, the crew pressed on, weaving through rooms filled with scattered debris, abandoned household items, and strange objects that suggested others had spent time there before. With every room they entered, the atmosphere became more uneasy, and it was clear they weren't the only people connected to the property. Then, without any warning, their exploration took an unexpected turn when they suddenly came face to face with someone inside the building.
Holy! I'm so sorry, dude. You scared the out of me. Whew.
The person they encountered was someone who knew the area far better than they did. According to him, he had once been heavily involved in the neighborhood's gang scene and had witnessed much of the violence that gave the area its reputation. While he remained calm during the conversation, his appearance alone was enough to make the situation feel tense. He shared stories about the neighborhood's troubled history and cautioned the group that the abandoned homes were not always empty. People still came and went through the properties, and not everyone they might encounter would be friendly. His warning served as a reminder that the dangers of the area extended far beyond the decaying buildings themselves.
Do you mind if we take some pictures of this building? No, we're good. Thank you, though. We can get to this building from here, right there.
The meeting ended without any conflict, and both groups eventually continued on their way. Even so, the warning lingered in the explorers' minds long after the conversation was over. The experience highlighted a reality often overlooked in abandoned locations. Crumbling walls and unstable floors are not always the biggest threat. Sometimes the greater risk comes from unexpected encounters with people who have their own reasons for being there. In a place with such a troubled history, that possibility added a whole new layer of tension to the exploration and made the area feel far more unpredictable than it already was. A group of explorers went to check out an abandoned theater, thinking it would just be another calm walk through a forgotten place. It didn't take long, though, before things shifted into something that felt much more serious, with real concern for their safety setting in.
Oh, the floor is rather dangerous. Oh. Don't go on the stage. It is really cool, isn't it? Boys.
We just got boarded in.
Did we just get boarded in?
Oi, boys, don't worry, there's another fire exit. Yeah.
What the f is going on?
We just got boarded in.
Boys, there's another fire exit, don't worry, literally there.
We need to go down. We need to go down.
No.
Wait, hold on, boys.
Just wow, look at this place.
The group had only just begun exploring when unusual sounds started coming from outside the theater. At first, it wasn't clear what was happening, but then the noise of drilling became obvious. It quickly became apparent that someone outside was trying to seal the building shut, which triggered immediate panic. They rushed to the exits, only to find that the emergency doors had already been locked.
Check it out, lights.
No, it's nailed.
Yeah, basically.
We'll find a way out, don't worry. Do you know what, like, tell him to stop.
Well, we put it in here, so it's too late now, so we've done it.
Hello?
I'm going upstairs. I'm going to ignore.
No, look, boys, he's unscrewing it. You can hear him.
Yeah, it's unscrewing, it's unscrewing.
Right, is that way through it?
Oh wow.
Or have a look at the seats before we get close.
He
was keeping fire exit, trying to open it, it almost hit me in the face.
What do you do?
I tried opening the fire exit in the basement that could be open.
Yeah.
And bang, booted it back in my face.
So he's basically trying to kidnap you.
Yeah.
Well, we're
About with us, but that fire exit can be opened in the basement, so if they do board us in there, that's fine.
Do we actually have to call anyone?
no, but I mean, let's film our videos, and then
I've got a fire exit open in the basement, I believe.
if they're still there,
Look at the size of that pigeon.
No, there's more over there.
Oh.
I do want to go back to the main floor.
Yeah, same. Such a good explore before we got rudely interrupted.
Yeah, I've never had that happen before.
Windows! Oh, they threw a brick for a window and nearly hit me in the face.
You good?
Am I bleeding anywhere? They threw a brick for a window at me. No, I'm fine. Fucking glasses went straight over my head.
You okay?
Yeah, it didn't hit me.
Yeah, now we actually have to call.
Yeah.
Right, we call police on them, that's attempted assault.
Yeah, call the police.
Yeah. Hello? Police, please. Hello. So we are currently at an old road where there's two grown individuals who have purposely locked us inside and throwing bricks at the windows to harm us.
Okay, let me get this all down.
A brick suddenly came crashing through one of the windows, shattering glass across the room and barely missing one of the group. At that moment, panic set in completely. With no way of knowing who was outside or what they intended, they contacted the police. Officers arrived shortly after, but instead of bringing relief, the situation quickly took a different turn for the group.
We will try to find another way out, because apparently there is another way out, which we will just intercept that right now. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm actually interested, I know.
Yeah, they did that one. They were drilling all these. How do we get out? Here.
Nothing's here.
No, the front entrance, Dave.
Hello?
Hey?
Archie,
Yo,
it's Sax. The police are here.
police are here.
They're on our side.
Stay where you are, do not move.
Not moving.
Come back to my light now. Do it now.
Who are you?
Officer with a taser, come
Okay.
back to my light now.
Coming.
We are calling for dogs, so you either come to me now or I send a dog in.
We're the guys who called you.
Yeah, so come here and talk to me. What's going on? Why are you in here?
How you doing?
How you doing? Why are you in here?
We're urban explorers. We were just exploring the building.
Right. Do you have access to here?
We the door was just open.
Right. You shouldn't be in here.
We know.
It's a massive danger. Why are you in here? Urban exploring?
Yeah, we're filming videos.
Right. You all need to come to here because we have got dogs on the way. Because at this moment in time, we need to establish who you are.
That's okay.
So how many of you are in there?
There's four of us.
There's 4 of you. I want to
Yes,
see
sir.
4 of you here now. One of them's coming down. Yeah, there he is.
How you doing, Constable?
Mate, put the camera down.
I have the right to film for my safety. After being locked in here, I'm going to film. I can't take any other chances.
Well, right,
Whose fault is it to get in there in the first place?
well, we didn't expect them to do that.
They knew we were in it, and they locked us in.
And they threw a brick through the window and almost hit me in the face.
So if it's alright for my protection, I'm going to keep filming. All 4 of us are here now.
Right, so have you got to there now?
We went through that door, which the door right at the front, which they screwed us in from.
Did they actually screw us in, or were they just playing around with us?
No, they screwed us in. We can't get
If it
out.
helps, one of the officers was trying to go to the door, which we knocked to clarify we were there.
So you've got no right to be in here?
We're aware.
Yeah, so it's your fault?
It's not our
We
fault.
weren't expecting them to do that.
Police responded, but instead of immediate reassurance, the group was confronted over the trespassing. They were questioned firmly, while their belongings were searched, and the situation made them feel as if they were the ones in the wrong.
Still here. We're still here.
Still here. Hands up.
Yeah. Good there.
Right, where are you?
Yeah.
Right.
First one with you or?
Have we got cameras on?
Yes, sir.
Right. Just so I know, is it just you 4 in here?
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Right. Do us a favour, turn that off while we're dealing with it, because we're currently dealing with it. I'll get back in 2 seconds.
They can't find it.
Eventually, things were settled, and the group was permitted to go. Even after leaving, the experience lingered in their minds. It served as a reminder that abandoned places aren't only risky because of their condition, but also because of who might be inside or nearby. Dan returned for another urban exploration challenge. His channel focuses on visiting abandoned locations and documenting the risks and experiences that come with them. However, this particular investigation ended up being the most frightening he had ever encountered. The group arrived at an abandoned house known for its unsettling reputation. A friend had already tried exploring it before, but left midway after hearing a disturbing scream inside and never went back again.
I'm asking for there's a scale in the bed. Stacey guys.
There was like a very weird noise going on. Like it was like a girl was screaming, but it was very, very strange. Like it was in the basement or in the garden. And then I looked to my friend Jan and I said, mate, we have to get out of here. And we just ran like 2 scary little children outside of this building.
Pulled up outside this house. I don't know if I should. I was thinking maybe not even going in. Let me put my.
Don't usually park this close to the house.
I know we don't. I know, but look at it. Maybe it does have a bit of a creepy vibe about it.
Especially night time.
Yeah. Are you coming in, Bucky?
No, I'm not.
You're not bothering?
No, I'm not.
Why?
There's nothing for me to do. I don't know actually. I might come in and just experience it.
Yeah, Andrew's getting attacked by lions.
Because I'm not actually going to record, but I might come in. Actually.
Right. Okay. I'd rather you come in. Okay.
Flex can man the car, yeah? Yeah. Just lock the doors. I don't lock them.
Yeah, you just press the lock button, bro.
Despite the warning, the group still decided to see what they could find. They arrived at night, and the house already gave off an unsettling feeling from the outside. Overgrown plants covered much of the area, and the building looked like it had been left untouched for a long time. Once they stepped inside, the condition became even more disturbing.
What's on the wall? What is that? That's not. It can't be. No. It'd be browner. Well, it's brown in the bath. What the hell is that chunky thing? That's. I have no idea. Are they candles?
Oh, what's that smell?
Oh, it's in here.
Oh,
It's tall. I think there's something that stinks. Oh, it stinks in here. Andrew, wash the toilet. The rubber gloves. There's a rubber gloves filled with. Probably with feces.
What the heck? They're candles or something? Yeah, they're candles.
The candles? Bucky, have you got your phone on loud? Yeah, just get flat screens.
He was on the top floor, wasn't he?
Yeah, it seemed like he was in this area. What?
No, I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. Look at that. You guys saw, we're all together. No way. Dude, explain this right now. Why is that like that?
No, where's Dave?
Dave's in the garage still.
Dave?
He hasn't even come up yet?
Dave?
Did you just hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like a...
Why is this just swinging like this?
That's my shoes.
That was your shoes.
Those are your shoes, okay. Okay.
No,
I want a reasonable explanation for this.
No, we need to find out where Dave is first.
Alright, let's go find Dave.
Hold on, shout him. Dave?
Shortly after stepping inside, a hanging light started swaying on its own, even though no one was close to it. Then, strange noises began to echo through the house. Despite this, the group chose to continue deeper inside. As they moved further in, the atmosphere grew increasingly disturbing. Unusual sounds seemed to follow them from one room to another, and the heavy, uneasy feeling in the air never went away.
What? You okay?
Shivers.
Just so cold shivers.
Look, it's stopping now.
Can you push it harder? Let me just close up on it. Can you push that even harder? It's changing direction.
Spinning now.
It's going left and right now.
What does that mean?
Can you answer questions with that? Like a pendulum. Can you swing it towards us if you are a spirit here with us?
That noise again that we heard before, I mean.
What noise are you talking about?
That noise we heard before is like, that noise.
You heard that again?
For that.
Oh, you were talking about my heart right?
Yeah, it's freaking me out in here.
My heart's actually racing. Right. I'm going to do a spirit box in here. If someone could please...
I wasn't recording them, bro.
I was recording that. Actually, let's not look it.
I was the one looking downstairs.
I saw something move.
Hush. I wasn't even recording. God damn it.
I was looking downstairs because I thought I heard something, and then I moved away and something dropped.
I'm not.
I just saw like a piece of glass.
I ain't turning my light off at my camera again. I wasn't recording.
Horrible thing tonight. I really don't feel like it.
Did it fall? Where did it fall from?
I don't know what fell.
It just fell. I walked from it like that. I saw it with my own eyes. I literally turned around and just saw a thing falling. Yeah. So I heard it. I saw it.
No, it was loud.
I actually saw it. It was like a piece of glass or something. He was the last one. I was the last one at work.
So me not to be recording.
People were going in there.
Oh, you mean me turn round? Yeah, you all turned round, I turned round, and then I heard something, and that's when I moved.
Eventually, they returned to the room where the light had been moving, attempting to use spirit devices in hopes of getting a response. What followed only made the situation more unsettling.
Do you mean Dutch or French?
Oh, French, yeah.
Belgium, I'm sorry. If any... It's like a woman. This is weird. Is it starting to move again? Maybe I'm just seeing things.
Yeah, I can hear voices, I swear to God. I'm almost ready for bouncing out of here. This is getting a bit too much.
If you need help, that's my main question I always ask. I just want proof there's somebody here, but if you do need help, just say, help me, please. Clearly. That does not sound like English to me. It could be Dutch, it could be German, it could be... Oh my God. Was that a woman crying just now?
Bro, that's the same. Bro.
talking.
That's the same person, the same voice that I heard before.
I'm really uncomfortable just staring into the dark. Yeah, so what the hell is going on? Like honestly, this is insane. I've never experienced such high level of activity instantly from going into a location. It's okay. That's okay.
The devices started picking up unexplained voices, which put Dan on edge. Soon after, the strange activity seemed to follow them through the house. Objects appeared to shift on their own, and odd sounds echoed around them, leaving the group feeling uneasy and unsettled.
Right, we have to confirm that there's no people.
Oh, get that wood again.
Don't.
Piece of wood.
Hey, stop. Don't.
Stop, everyone. Calm down.
Don't panic.
Calm down. Calm down.
Piece of wood again.
Don't panic.
It sounds like them little pieces of wood doing that on the floor.
Right, don't. What?
Did you hear that?
Shut up.
There's a woman.
Right, I'm ready for going, bro.
Go, man.
Seriously?
I have to verify there's nobody else in the house. Somebody come with me. We're going into this room. We stick together as a crew.
Exactly same.
Bro, that's the front door there. Look at the front door. That's the front door there.
I just flew down the stairs.
No, there's nobody in here.
It's a bit of a breeze, mate. It's a bit better.
Bro, this is messed up. This is so messed up. I was not expecting this much activity. All right, let's check the last bit of the house.
Eventually, they had seen and heard enough. The only thing on their mind was getting out, as the uneasy presence inside the house didn't seem to go away even after they left. Dan, known for his urban exploration content, has experienced unsettling moments, but this particular video led to one of his most disturbing encounters, one that quickly involved the police. He returned to an abandoned house he had previously explored, a place already known for its strange atmosphere. During an earlier visit, a specific wall inside the property had caught their attention and stood out in a way they couldn't ignore.
And we're proving demons. We're both proving demons. And we've had times exploring, and we are going to go through that wall and find out once and for all what is there. I mean, at first I was like, stupid. Let's just going to have a bit of fun filming this. Next minute, we're pulling fabric out the wall. We pull an old knitted Santa out the wall, and then weird stuff comes through on the spirit box. I know a lot of you guys, you just like, you know, you can't really believe in it that well. And you know what? I don't blame you, because it is very hard to believe. There's no trickery involved. There's no fakeage on this channel. We do not do that kind of stuff. I was here to disprove it. But then the unthinkable happens. It actually could be true. So what are you guys expecting to find tonight?
I don't have any expectations. You know, don't get your hopes up high. Spirit do have the ability to lie to you, you know, but at the same time, as you said, I'll even quote you, how do you disprove finding that Santa doll in the wall? Yeah. I know a couple people suggested rats could bring it up, but do you see how big that thing was?
Yeah, I know.
And how packed in there?
Even someone said like a child dropped it down the roof. What child would be on the roof dropping stuff down the chimney?
No. There's a reason why I dedicated so much time into doing this, and that's because I actually believe that there is potential for something in there.
This time, they came prepared, determined to find out what was behind it. They started removing bricks carefully, taking turns as they chipped away at the wall. At first, everything was slow and controlled, but then things suddenly changed.
There you go. So it's done.
All right, can you take out just one more brick?
One more, and there's another one. Next minute, there's not going to be any wall.
Just that one. There, yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Just that one. That would be perfect. Sorry. Broken. Anyway.
That one sounds like it might hold in a bit of pressure. Just because the FUD is through the house.
The FUD's been through the house all the time. I feel it through my feet the whole time.
I can feel it differently through this.
We'll leave it like that then.
That's a nice bit of space, that. What? Dude, the roof's going to fall down. What?
Wait. Don't touch that. This is now crime scene.
What is it? Look! Oh no, that's a bone. 100%, 100%. No, ring the police, right? That's it. No fun and games anymore.
What the?
Knocked everything over. No, you have to ring the police now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yes. Oh no, you have to take your memory cards out because trust me, they'll take everything. You need to take memory cards out. Take everything out.
All right.
Ring them now with you.
Dude.
Just let me get one quick look at that. 1 sec.
Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. All right. This is a crime scene.
One look.
Is this for real right now? Is this for freaking real right now?
It's 100%. It's a massive bone. It's like something from an arm or like.
Olivia.
We need to go downstairs now.
Who do we call?
999, yeah. Without a doubt. Let me go.
As they continued breaking through the wall, Andrew suddenly spotted something that changed everything. It was a bone. That single detail immediately shifted the situation, making it clear this was no longer just an exploration. The realization came fast that it could be a possible crime scene. They didn't waste any time and called the police right away, reporting what they had discovered and sharing everything they could.
Hi, my name's Dan. I'm an urban explorer and I'm currently in an abandoned location in Cheshire, I think it is, and we think we found remains.
Right, okay, whereabouts are you?
1 minute, I'll just check my map.
Okay, and you've just come across what, sorry?
Human bones. We believe to be a human bone.
Bone.
Yeah.
Alright, so just bear with me just 1 second.
Yeah, of course.
Keep you a minute, okay. Thank you.
It's the most nerve-wracking call I've ever made.
Yeah, no, you've done the right thing by letting us know and we will get officers out to you, but obviously because of what you're reporting, it may be that we need different kind of officers to be able to come and assess it.
Okay.
So it's just so that we can get, like, obviously a bit of a picture of what you're seeing. So
yeah.
That's why it's just important that I asked you these questions so we could find. Okay.
It didn't take long for the police to arrive and start looking into what had been found. They were taken back to the wall, where officers began carefully examining the area. Dan kept filming quietly as the situation played out, with a strong sense of tension still hanging over everything.
It's here to the left in this room.
Left in that room?
Yes.
So I don't think we should all be up here, to be fair. Right, you guys want to step down? Whereabouts is it?
Just in the wall on this side here.
There's a hole, you cannot miss it.
Have a good night's sleep after that.
If you update me if you find out what it is. Right.
Yeah, if we're allowed to, we will.
Okay.
Probably won't be tonight. But you probably won't know anything tonight.
Right, okay.
There ain't no harm if give it like a couple of days time, ring 101, ask them, and then if they can tell you they can, if they can't, they can't.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Bye. We potentially just solved a murder case. You do realise that, don't you?
I know, and I should be excited about it, but I'm sitting here just like more mind blown.
Bro, I can't believe. No. We need to come to terms with the fact that you, on the spirit box, just discovered human in a wall. I mean, what?
I'm dreaming.
I'm recording on my phone, by the way, everyone, guys. My camera's in the car. They didn't want anything being filmed.
Yeah, they said no filming.
So
I secretly recorded so much.
Yeah, it's going to be shaky. It's going to be crap, but I tried to record as much as possible. Right, so we have literally just gone to Tesco's, pulled up, put some fuel in, and gathered our thoughts. I would never, ever in a million years expect any of this to have been true. But the unthinkable has happened, and we found remains in that hall.
After a while, they were permitted to leave, while authorities brought in additional teams to continue the investigation. Even after it was over, the experience stayed with them. It wasn't just what they had uncovered that lingered, but the unanswered question that followed them long after they walked away. How did those bones end up sealed behind that wall in the first place? On May 6, 2017, 13-year-old YouTuber Spencer Brown visited an abandoned property with the goal of taking photos and exploring the location. What started as a simple adventure soon became much more unsettled to take-heel that some explorant write. As he spent more time at the site, a growing sense of unease made the experience far more uncomfortable than he had expected.
And this part of me comes down now. The boy's done it. There's police! That's what I got down. Wait, be quiet. I can see everything from on that roof. I can see the police station, everything. Yeah. Did you not hear the sirens going off when you sat there? That's why I shouted out, oi, there's police. Shh. Shh. Sorry? We're on here. Police, right there, they just went to us. Put it all on camera, right? Police, put it all on camera, they're coming right. There's police. Yeah. Shut. Just get by me. Right, go, come. No, you're not.
A short time later, Spencer discovered that someone else was at the location. The realization immediately changed the mood of the exploration, turning what had begun as an exciting visit into a tense and frightening experience. Who was the person he had encountered, and why were they there? More importantly, had they been watching him the entire time without being noticed? This video begins abruptly as a group of explorers is inside an abandoned building, capturing photos and filming the space, when the situation suddenly takes an unexpected turn.
Sorry. Just take some photos. I know, yeah. Sorry, we didn't mean any harm.
You damaged my fence, you damaged that.
I think it was already open, the fence.
It's not open.
No, that hole there.
And have you arrested when the police arrive?
Alright.
Damage means you won't get a mortgage, you won't get a job. You won't get to any job.
I was only taking photos.
Don't give a monkey. You've ruined my Saturday. You stay there until the police arrive.
Yeah, it's that one.
A man suddenly walked up to them looking angry. He demanded to know why they were there, accusing them of recording in a place they shouldn't be. Before they even had a chance to explain properly, another man showed up and supported him, and the situation quickly escalated.
Stay there. You hurt yourself, I'll be liable for damage to you.
Are we coming over?
No, stay there.
We
Stay there.
don't have to stay here. making you stay here. You can't make me stay here because there's. Well, if you hurt yourself, I end up in jail. So you can't. Well, you won't hurt yourself. I won't hurt myself. You can't do that. You can't come in my house. Okay? Don't tell me the law. You and my Saturday and keep out of my house. Well, we're sorry. We didn't mean any. Of course you mean it hard. Well, we're only taking photos. It's my private house. Sorry. Well, we only want to take photos, that's the only thing we're going to be taking.
Even though the explorers tried to de-escalate the situation and explained they meant no harm, the men refused to listen. They blocked their exit, pushed them back, and insisted the group was trespassing on private property, leaving them with no clear way out. Police were eventually called, and soon multiple officers arrived at the scene. The explorers were detained while their belongings were searched as authorities tried to piece together what had taken place.
Oh, well, we tried to, but he said... All right. Pardon? Just the inside of the house. We did say we'd climb over, but the gentleman said not to bother in case we hurt ourselves. This is where I get castrated. I'm arrested? No, you're not. You've been detained. Oh, right. That one there. No, in there. We just go round. I'm out of breath. We just go round random buildings, take photographs. We've got no criminal intentions. We can see this stuff. You know, I've been to places where, you know. Yeah, and like, you know, the inside, just like all the old. No, I haven't, no. Just got my bank card and photo ID there. Now all we do is we've got no criminal intentions, we just want to take photos, but obviously we understand that some of the places that we go to we shouldn't go to, but you know, we know a bit about, you know about the law and that, you know, we know it's a civil trespass. We never break in anywhere, do you know what I mean?
The situation ended on a serious note, with authorities deciding to arrest them on suspicion of illegal activity. They were taken away for further questioning as the investigation continued.
Anything you do say may be given evidence, okay?
Yeah.
The reason for your arrest is to allow prompt investigation, prevent further offences, and also to prevent you causing harm to yourself from being inside there, okay?
Okay.
Like I said before, it's under suspicion. What we'll do is, listen, what we'll do, I know, if you've ever been arrested ever in your life?
God, when I was a kid.
Right, okay. Okay, it's probably a long time ago and things have probably changed, okay?
Yeah.
The reason we need to get you in there is because we can't talk about it here.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it's for your rights and entitlements as well, so things are done legally.
Right.
Okay, so you are entitled to certain rights, one of those being a solicitor.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know what you're doing here, and it's not my job to ask you here and now.
Yeah.
Just to ask you in a tape recorded interview.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Moments like this highlight how fast situations can escalate when entering places without permission, along with the real risks involved. Chris from Urbex Hill is known for exploring abandoned buildings in Cleveland, Ohio, and while he's had many encounters over time, this one is among the most unsettling. The site carried a grim past, an abandoned street where, 7 years earlier, a woman had been discovered with a wound to the head in what was believed to be a homicide that was never solved. Chris arrived late at night and started his exploration, but from the very beginning, the atmosphere felt unusually heavy.
Somebody was in here smoking.
The church was in complete disrepair, with shattered glass across the floor, stripped and decaying walls, and obvious signs of drug use that made it feel like people had been there recently. Still, he continued deeper inside. At first, the sounds were faint and could be brushed off as animals, but as time went on, they became harder to ignore, echoing through the space in a way that felt intentional rather than natural.
Swore I heard something. I think that's an animal. That's weird. That was upstairs. That was loud.
For a brief moment, everything fell silent, but it didn't last long, as something moved deeper inside the building, making it obvious he wasn't alone. He then continued toward one of the nearby houses, a decision he would later come to regret.
There's a path going through here. Like a lot of people must walk back here. That's kind of sketchy. This place is destroyed. Yeah, somebody's been up here smoking.
He entered and saw it was in even worse shape than before, with heavy rot and decay throughout the interior. Outside, distant sirens could be heard echoing in the background, adding even more tension to the situation.
Hope I don't find a body down here. It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. Still creepy. Sorry. I didn't know nobody lived there. Oh my God. It smelled like piss. I knew somebody was in there. Oh. There's somebody living in there. That is sketchy.
Later, while going through his footage, things became even more unsettling when he spotted what looked like another person inside the church at the same time. Whether it was the same individual or someone else entirely, it was clear the building wasn't empty. Situations like this show that abandoned places are rarely as empty as they seem, and stepping into them always carries real danger. Decaying Midwest is known for exploring abandoned locations, but in this particular video, what begins as a routine exploration quickly shifts into something more intense after they realize they are not alone. Northridge Mall, once a busy shopping center, was scheduled for demolition, so they decided to enter with the aim of seeing it before it disappeared forever. They got inside during the daytime and started moving through the set. Immediately, they heard faint sounds echoing through the empty building. It even appeared that parts of the place were being cleaned up. Throughout the exploration, they stayed extremely cautious, trying not to trigger any cameras and keeping quiet to avoid drawing attention from security.
Cleaning it up now. During this exploration, we were extra careful to not trigger any cameras, and we were quiet to avoid being spotted by security. Oh, there's the photo center. Okay. Sounds like somebody's working out there. Yeah, somebody is. They're doing work out the front. Yeah, somebody's definitely working out front. Yeah.
At first, they thought it might be workers and stayed as quiet as possible while moving further inside. Every step echoed through the decaying floors, with the silence making even small movements feel louder than they should. The only sounds were their breathing and footsteps, but the possibility that someone else was inside stayed in their minds the whole time. Then, inside one of the rooms, the situation shifted in a much darker direction.
I figured out that the camera is still up there. However, it does not work anymore.
Turn sideways. What are those? Those are theater seats. Dude, they got theater seats. You've never been back here.
Scattered on the floor, they found bullet casings. That discovery immediately escalated the tension, turning the situation from uncomfortable to genuinely risky. When combined with the earlier noises and the chance of security or workers being nearby, the danger felt too real to ignore. With strict consequences for trespassing and the constant worry of being caught, they decided it was best to turn back, retrace their steps, and leave them all behind, exiting with more questions than they arrived with. Vacant Haven is a channel focused on exploring abandoned places, documenting their history, and the discoveries made inside them. These kinds of explorations always come with a level of risk, whether it's unexpected encounters with people or finding something unsettling within the location itself, which is why staying alert is so important. In this episode, a remote cabin was chosen for exploration with a group of friends. The property once belonged to an elderly man and had been left behind after his passing. The plan was straightforward: go in, take a look around, and leave. However, the situation ended up becoming far more unusual than anticipated.
Yeah, look, we've got cars and sheds there. Loads of cars, mate.
Near the cabin, there was a kind of car graveyard, with rusted vehicles piled and scattered across the area. But once the cabin came into view, the first indication appeared that it might not be empty. For a property belonging to someone who had already passed away, the presence of something out of place made the situation feel far less certain.
It's like a horror film, Ed. He's got to do it.
Someone in there.
How do you know?
I heard noise.
This is like a horror film, mate.
Was that you, Ben? Did you just hit that? Oh, you.
Inside the cabin, the electricity was still running, which immediately raised concerns that someone might be inside. Although no one was eventually found, it suggested that the place had likely been occupied not too long ago. As the exploration continued, the atmosphere became more uneasy. In the hallway, small droplets were spotted that at first glance looked like
Let's have a look. Torch. Cases. It's locked. It's locked. Yeah, it's locked. Oh, you're back out here, aren't you? Yeah, well, this was where the doors looked. That was paint where they painted the doors. So someone might have been staying there.
It turned out to be just paint on the doors. However, something else soon stood out. Some of the rooms looked surprisingly normal, almost as if someone had been staying there not too long ago. Right after noticing this, a sound came from outside that immediately caused a surge of adrenaline.
Just been left, isn't it? Oh, this cut.
They're opening the gates. Which way? Hang on, which way do we go? Go that way. Don't let him see you, don't let him see you. Let's get out of here. That was a bit, maybe they get the door open. Door open quick. Keep it rolling.
They ran straight back to their vehicle and left the area, while a man stood watching them as they recorded him. It's unknown who he was or what could have happened if they had stayed. It remains unclear whether the house was still occupied or if the person seen was simply another explorer. If it had been the owner, the situation could have become serious. The group believed the house was empty when they went inside. Rich and his friend, both urban explorers, discovered an abandoned house tucked away in the French countryside. What began as a normal exploration quickly escalated into one of the most intense and emotionally overwhelming experiences they had ever encountered, ultimately ending with a trip to the hospital.
We're exploring this abandoned house in the middle of the French countryside, and here comes this strange man, casually walks in the dining room. I'm downstairs in the dining room looking at this guy with a lead metal pipe in his hand. My friend's upstairs. The guy with the lead metal pipe starts going like this, beating it on his hand, insinuating like he's getting ready to beat some. That's exactly what he tried to do. He got the lead metal pipe, lunged at my face. Luckily, I was quick enough to move out the way. And I was just like, I'm trying to calm the guy down. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We got a big misunderstanding here. I'm sorry. I'm just taking pictures. I'm not here to steal anything. We're just exploring for fun. That's when the guy starts speaking in French. I'm speaking in English. I screamed for my friend upstairs because I was like, I'm panicking right now. I was like, bro, you got to come downstairs now. We got a problem. He comes rushing downstairs, and that's when the guy with the lead metal pipe in his hand attacks my friend not once, but twice. Hits him in the chest, causing two big the size of tennis balls. And in fact, he hit him so hard, he thought he broke a. I had to rush my friend to the hospital, but that's a totally different story. Backtracking just a little bit. Then the guy sees our camera bags. He takes both of our camera bags, lunges them across the room, and he goes like this in front of our faces, insinuating that's not your camera bags now, that's my camera bags. Then I looked at my friend. I was like, bro, we got to hurry up and get the hell out of here. This guy's absolutely nuts.
Shortly after they began exploring, a man showed up holding a metal pipe. The situation turned hostile almost immediately as he started issuing threats and moved toward them aggressively. They tried to explain that they were only there to explore, but it had no effect. Within moments, he struck one of them in the chest, causing the situation to spiral completely out of control. In a state of panic, they managed to get away with assistance from someone nearby and later went to the hospital, where the injured explorer received treatment.
Starts chasing me in the middle of the field while my friend runs the other way down the highway. I'm running down the opposite way into a field. I land in the field. The guy's got his pipe right above me. I broke my camera. I fell face first. Then the guy catches on to what my friend was doing. He was out in the street just waving people down like anybody, like we were desperate to get help. That's when a nice man pulled over and tried to help us. But in the meantime, the bad guy sees him waving his hands down the highway trying to get help. So the bad guy jumps in his van, rolls around, and then tries to run my friend over with his van. Luckily, there was a person nice enough to stop him and distract him. And that's when the nice man tried to calm the guy down. It worked a little bit. Then the nice man came up to us and he said, look, I think it's best that y'all leave now before it gets messy. So we leave, which gave us enough time to get to the hospital, rush my friend to the hospital. He got x-rays. Luckily, everything was worked out. The only bad thing is he got two big, huge the size of tennis ball. After that, we contact the police. filed a police report. Later, we found out he had a history of attacking others in his town, even females. So obviously this guy is not mentally all there.
The experience alone left them deeply shaken, but the situation didn't end there. After recovering, the pair went back to the property at night, intending to complete the exploration. However, what they found inside only made things feel even more unsettling.
All right, let's see if we can spot that guy that attacked us and his family. It's going to be near impossible. Let's see if we have any close-up shots. Every shot of her is pretty much by herself or with other people that doesn't look like him at all.
I'm telling you, look, they're all vacation photos. They're when
All
she was,
yeah.
and she's older. It was after her divorce.
None of those.
That him?
No.
No, because that's not her.
No.
This would have been their parents.
Yeah, maybe. Really?
Yeah. Here's the house.
That is the house.
I don't see bro.
Maybe he's really not the owner. According to police, they said he wasn't the owner. It had to be the lady.
They said they're whoa, divorce.
Huh?
Divorce.
That's him?
Divorce, yes.
Look at, that is probably him. She cut his face out, the photos. That is sick.
She probably divorced him because of how crazy he is.
I agree.
That gave me chills. I bet you that's him.
I bet you that's him too. Look, right here. Yeah. How are we going to know what this guy looks like? Oh my God. Look at it.
Oh my God.
She cut little spaces out on all of her photos of him.
There.
All of them. This is getting deep, dude.
Photographs of the man were found scattered around the house, with his face deliberately cut out from every image. It was later discovered that his ex-wife had previously owned the property and had, under unclear circumstances, just a month before the exploration took place. Whether he was connected to it or not was never confirmed, but his behavior suggested he was still closely tied to the location, as if trying to conceal something. David's Universe is a paranormal investigation and urban exploration channel that visits some of the most haunted forests, abandoned buildings, and forgotten places. On January 15, 2026, the team headed to Little Creek in the United States.
Just ran into this. We're in the middle of Little Creek where a lot of witchcraft happens. Yesterday, what did we find? We found more witchcraft, a wig. Now there's witchcraft. This is a very, very common spot where there's witchcraft, guys. So we just missed this person. Whoever laid this down is around here. So somebody's out here making sacrifices.
They make their way through the edge of the woods, cross an icy creek, and reach a hidden clearing on the other side. Once across the creek, leaving in a hurry becomes much more difficult. The clearing looks like it was abandoned only moments earlier, with equipment still warm. Then, from beyond the trees, faint sounds begin to echo through the darkness. They don't sound like wind or animals, but something that resembles a human voice.
Hey, there's a witch over here. She's saying something. Look.
Look. Record it. I ain't even aware.
You hear her? Look.
Nah, I did hear you.
Guys. Wait, is that an owl?
No, I can hear these niggas. I can
Watch. Look.
Farther into the clearing, they find large wooden structures and altar-like stacks of logs that were clearly built on purpose. The setup would have taken a lot of time, planning, and several people to put together. It doesn't look like something made overnight. The area appears to have been used often and not long ago, suggesting whoever built it is likely to return.
Missed a witch. I swear to God, we just missed her.
Hell no, I did not just see that.
What? What'd you see?
Look. Look on one of those rocks.
Hi. Oh my God. Hi.
Oh, it's the fucking shadow of your fucking light. God damn. But I feel like somebody was over there.
Yes. She was over there waiting, watching us. Trust me, bro, this way.
I gave wet.
No, we won't cross the river. We'll just go back towards the car.
The thing is that, like, just go back.
I want to see it though. That's the thing. I just want to. Because you cannot.
We'll come back another day.
You cannot like.
As the flashlight scans the boulders, a human-like figure suddenly jumps across the rocks before disappearing into the darkness. Whether it was a person or something else is unclear. Their camera batteries begin draining, and the same unidentified vehicle parked near the trail entrance when they arrived is still there. They quickly head back across the creek and through the woods, feeling like someone hidden in the brush was watching them leave. The strange voices from the tree line, the owl calls, the long-standing wooden altars, and the figure on the rocks all add to the tension. But the vehicle still waiting at the trail entrance is the detail that stays with them the most. The video comes from Lost in Wonder, a solo travel channel where Daniela shares van life and road trips to lesser-known places across Canada and North America. Her content is usually relaxed, realistic, and cozy, but now and then something unexpected happens that makes her check the locks on her van twice. On November 16th, 2025, she's in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
I know it's kind of weird somebody talking by themselves, like me, or like talking to her camera. So I wonder if that's what he's looking at, but he's kind of creeping me out a little bit. Like, what is he doing? He's looking at his phone. I think it's fine. I think it's just looking at his phone. He was here before I got here, so who am I to come and start saying that he's doing creepy stuff?
A stranger suddenly starts staring directly at her, reminding her how vulnerable solo travel can be. It's a cold, windy, and wet night in Niagara Falls. She decides not to use a $20 parking lot because it feels too expensive and too exposed, so she starts looking for a quieter place to park instead. Before moving on, she has to organize her van after leaving in a rush. With the interior lights on and everything spread out, she's far from unnoticed, making it the worst time to draw attention.
In here. What? Okay, this is not working. Okay. All right. I cannot see anything.
While setting up her bed and getting comfortable in the van, she looks out the window and suddenly freezes. A man is standing in the dark parking lot facing the van and staring directly at her without moving. She tries to convince herself there's a normal reason for it, like he's waiting for someone or just taking a break, but the eye contact lasts too long. The longer he keeps staring, the more uneasy she feels.
But it is a very, very chilly night. And over there is the United States of America. This is the border, guys. It is so cold. So I was going over there to the Sheraton because I have a wine tasting coupon. However, that little spot that I just parked costs.
She leaves right away and finds a cheaper parking spot overlooking the lit-up falls. She covers almost every window with custom-fitted blinds so no one can see inside, but intentionally leaves the back windows uncovered. After being stared at for so long, not being able to see outside feels more unsettling than the cold. At least this way, she can keep an eye on anything approaching. Looking back, the whole situation felt far too close for comfort. This video comes from Wild Bliss Bunny, a solo outdoor creator known for minimalist camping, stealth camping in urban areas, and lightweight backpacking trips. On February 14th, 2026, she shared a video filmed in California where she camped in an urban redwood grove near a public walking path.
That while I get this together. Yeah, this is... Oops. Oopsie daisy. Wow, I'm really glad. I only have 4 of them. Hopefully that's enough. This could actually go around this tree if it was longer. I don't know if I need it. All right. It looks like it's up. I may need to go around and finesse the things. Yeah, that works. Maybe that's why you don't need as many, because a lot of them could go on the same one. I think I'm gonna put it on a longer one. Let's go in and see what it's like.
She finishes setting up her lightweight trekking pole tent beneath the redwood trees. Earlier that evening, a tripod tipped over and damaged her microphone, which was frustrating, but she adapted to the setback and continued getting her campsite organized.
Bike, and he kept like doing circles around, and then he sat at and then he like went and sat by a tree, and I was like, and then I thought he left, and then he came and he said knock knock after I like set up my tent and everything. Why are you knock knocking? You know, why are you circling around on your bike and like making it like you left? Come up and say knock knock in the dark. Like he doesn't even have a light or anything, so way too sketchy.
A man rides his bicycle around the area and stays nearby. Even though he seems to leave for a while, he never really goes far. Not knowing where he is makes her stay on guard and pay closer attention to her surroundings.
All the way to the tent, like, I don't know what he looks like, to be honest with you. I didn't get a good view of his face because it was so dark out. Why are you knock knocking me? Like, I'm a female alone in the woods. The last thing I want is some dude all by himself, you know, and trust my gut. Like, my gut was like, get the F out of there. So I'm sorry, guys. This is a really short little video. There's not going to be a lot of footage, but I definitely had to abandon camp tonight. And my microphone broke. Man, it just was not my night tonight. But, you know, in that particular spot, there is a lot of noise, so I don't know what to...
Even after she moves to a different spot, the man never fully leaves the area. Realizing the situation feels too unpredictable, she decides to pack up and leave the campsite. Although it's disappointing and inconvenient, she feels it's the safest choice. The damaged equipment from earlier no longer seems important compared to the uneasy feeling of being watched in the dark. Sometimes there isn't an obvious danger, just behavior that doesn't feel right. The video comes from Graham's Wild Camping, a UK channel that focuses on wild camping, bushcraft, tarp shelters, campfire cooking, and real overnight trips in remote locations. On January 12th, 2024, Graham headed into a remote woodland in northeast England after being invited by another camper. Reaching the campsite isn't easy, as he has to make his way through thick trees, fallen logs, and narrow paths. The farther he travels into the forest, the more cut off from the outside world the area feels.
And the way I've come in, the directions I had, honestly, I can't believe anybody would ever find this camp. It was so difficult, full of downed trees and scrambling up and over and squeezing through gaps. So it's a pretty...
As evening sets in, finding a place to camp becomes the main concern. With the light fading, it's harder to move through the forest, and suitable spots become more difficult to find. Instead of exploring further, Graham focuses on getting his shelter ready before nightfall.
He wants some of me sleeping bag, but sitting around that fire cracking on with the lads, me hands and feet are getting really cold. But Adrian's given us these chemical hand warmers, so it's about 7:30 now, so apparently they'll last about 8.
As he gets ready to sleep, the temperature continues to drop, making the night increasingly uncomfortable. The forest remains quiet, and the biggest challenge is enduring the cold rather than dealing with any outside threat. The experience is defined by the remote location, fading daylight, and harsh overnight conditions instead of dramatic events. By morning, the trip serves as a reminder that even a routine night in the woods can become demanding when cold weather and difficult terrain take over. The video comes from Wild Bliss Bunny, a solo outdoor creator known for minimalist stealth camping in unusual locations. Her videos focus on staying calm, making careful decisions, and showing the reality of each trip without adding unnecessary drama. On February 21st, 2026, she headed to a public cemetery somewhere in the United States, with the exact location kept private. As the sun begins to set, she quietly looks for a hidden place to camp while workers are still nearby, and a man walking his dog moves around the cemetery. After finding a small clearing that could fit her one-person tent, she pauses instead of setting up right away. As darkness approaches, every sound, from the dog's movements to distant trucks and footsteps on the gravel, becomes more noticeable.
Is here, and there's a building here, and I thought, oh, this is a good like incognito spot. I'm hearing music coming from that building. Can you hear it? So that's obviously not gonna work.
Later, after settling into a grassy spot, she quietly starts making dinner beside her tent. Without warning, a car pulls up nearby and stays parked with the engine running, but no one gets out or says anything. Not knowing whether anyone has noticed her immediately raises the tension. Rather than drawing attention, she stays quiet and keeps a low profile.
So weird. Wow, they walked that way. That is so wild. Maybe they're just really here to just visit a grave. I didn't know I was here. Anyways, it looks ready. All right. Peas taste good. Crazy. They didn't even say anything. They just got out. Pulled up, got out, went over there. All right, well, let's turn this off while I still have some good luck. Oh my goodness. Let me just show you what I mean. So I'm right here. That car, you see it? It's right here. It pulled up like right next to me. I think it's just here to visit a grave and not bothering me. I thought it was likely someone coming to hassle me, but it was actually a grieving man. I think he was just in his own little world, but I heard him crying and saying things like, "What am I gonna do without you?" So it was a sad.
Later, she hears the man from earlier speaking emotionally at a nearby grave and realizes he is mourning someone. What first seemed frightening turns into a moment of understanding. She spends the rest of the night in her tent as light rain and wind pass through the cemetery, but her shelter holds up well. Nothing paranormal happens, and the tension comes entirely from the uncertainty of being alone while stealth camping in an exposed place. Before sunrise, she quietly packs up and leaves. The experience shows that the biggest challenge in unusual campsites isn't the supernatural, but choosing the right time, staying aware of the surroundings, and respecting the people and the place. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.